this was the one player that I recruited through the help of Mark McCormick when he was backing the program and we were trying to establish our golf program at William & Mary, that I had dealings with a young man who had proven himself in Europe or in Ireland, Scotland area, and that McCormick thought that he would be a good help and start at getting our program rolling, which it turned out that he did. But the only thing that worried Daddy about the kid coming abroad to go to school and play golf was that maybe William & Mary wasn't that strong on academic. He did not know. So my biggest job was to convince Dad that this was a good place for John. And fortunately, he agreed that after he talked with several people that William & Mary was a place for John. So John came with a dedicated heart to prove himself golf-wise. And then it was, we all hoped that he could do both well here. As I look back over the years in dealing with John when he got here, he was just a perfect gentleman as far as handling himself. I knew that he had been well mannered in his dealings when I would talk to him even over the phone. So I was looking forward to it, and then he came in and it was a little struggle the first semester. He found out that the academics were as demanding as the coach had recommended or said that it would be, and hoped that he could do both well. He wasn't the one, after all the years, that did both well, but he was the best golfer that I ever had that came down the pike, and ended up playing professional golf in Ireland. In fact, he was on he made the British Open either by qualifying or how he got in, because I was watching the British Open not quite a few years ago now, but there he was on the leaderboard with -3, and I thought to myself, boy, what a coach he had. So I took a little credit, maybe more so than I should have, but it just made me feel good that I had a young man that came here, graduated in 4 years, and went on out and proved himself on at least the European tour.
It's a great honor to be here. It's a great honor to be back here 26 years after I graduated and 24 years since I've last been at William & Mary. And an awful lot has changed in that period of time. And it really is a great honor for me to be here, to be part of the William & Mary Hall of Fame, and to be here with all the other worthy recipients tonight. I think when I first arrived here, I had no understanding of what William & Mary was all about. I didn't know I'd never visited William & Mary. As Joe Agee said, I had a friend in Ireland who worked at that time with the IMG group, and William & Mary was recommended to me. So I hopped on a plane and I arrived in Williamsburg, Virginia in 1982. And on my way up, I was picked up by a guy called Brad Love, and what was great about the last couple of days is that I had time to catch up with some of the guys, and Brad Love was one of those guys, and he recounted the story that that day, that evening, he was in his senior year and he was struggling a little bit in the golf team, and Joe Agee came to him and said, I need you to do something for the golf program, Brad. I need you to go and pick up John McHenry. Now, he didn't realize that was his death knell, unfortunately. But he came and picked me up, and I can remember, the first thing I remember when I arrived was the searing heat. My God. And we drove down in this thunderstorm, and you know, you couldn't see in front of you, and Brad was yabbity, 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 you know, and I started saying, folks on the road, I'm not going to get there, you know. But we got there, and it was wonderful. And I think that from that moment on, I think that William & Mary has been a fantastic experience for me. Experience in many ways. Initially, not only did it educate me, but I think in many ways I educated a lot of the people here as to where Ireland was, that there were no zip codes, etc., etc. But I think that more than anything else, I think that through my teammates and through Coach Agee and his wife, Eloise, I met people who I could count on in time of need, who I could go to, who I could actually talk to, when times were tough. I was very fortunate that there were a couple of Scottish guys as well on the team, Duncan Weir and Gordon Dalgleish, and of course that helped. But I think more importantly, I think that William Mary actually put their arms around me, and I think that's important, because I think that as much as we participated in sport, and we all enjoyed participating in sport and learning from sport, I think really it was the grounding that I got here allowed me to go onwards in life and to kind of do and aspire and actually achieve the things that I wanted to achieve for myself. So I thank everybody here. I certainly thank the teachers. I see Mr. Lassinger down there. And I certainly thank Joe and Eloise. I think that without them, life would have been pretty difficult here at William Mary. But I think that certainly they've enhanced my experience of college life in America. Certainly my family aren't here tonight with me, but I know that they know all about William Mary at this stage. I think it's absolutely wonderful walking around the campus over the last couple of days to see how much William Mary has grown and the facilities that are here now, and they're true inspiration for anybody looking to come to William Mary. And lastly, I'd like to thank my teammates who obviously help in every aspect, and obviously one in particular, Jimmy Connors, who unfortunately passed away in 9/11. So thank you very much. I really am honoured to be here tonight. It is wonderful to be back, and I appreciate everything. Thank you very much.